Happy Halloween, everyone. Nova Joe here again, this time with a review for Dead Rising 3 on the Xbox One. Guys, I'd like to start a tradition of reviewing a scary game, spooky game, horror type game at Halloween. So I figured this year's as good as any to start, so we're starting with Dead Rising 3. And I know, guys, Dead Rising 3 has been reviewed many times, and I'm a little late to the game getting to the review, but hey, this is my channel, this is how I review it, so this is how it goes. Anyway, guys, Dead Rising 3 is the third part of a trilogy, obviously, and in my opinion the best one out of all three of them. It fixes so many things that the other ones just got wrong, in my opinion, that it has made this game feel completely different to me than the other games, to the point where this game doesn't even, in some areas, feel like the old games at all, which is a good thing, because there was parts of the other games that I just did not care for. First off, guys, story-wise, you play the character of Nick Ramos, who is trying to escape from this city that's about to be nuked by a nut job. And that's as much as I'm going to tell you on the story. I don't want to spoil anything for you, so that's as far as I'm going with the story. Graphics. This game has far surpassed the previous games, obviously, since this is a next-gen console. The environment is much bigger. The amount of zombies on screen is unbelievable compared to the previous games. The carnage that you can do between the explosions and the gore and the zombies coming apart at the seams just all shows that this is a next-gen title. As well as things like textures and shadows. They all add to this game to a point where this game has a sense of depth and realism to it, that a lot of the things look more realistic than they ever have before. The combat is revamped to a point where, and I'm still focused on graphics, guys, here, where when you slice with your weapon, if you slice horizontal, it'll cut horizontal. You slice vertical, it'll cut them vertical. Arms and heads will go flying. Bodies will go flying through the air with ragdoll physics. It's just a sight to behold. And as you can see, as I'm plowing through the streets here, bodies are flying, and the streets are getting smeared with the blood of the corpses, and it's just a sight to behold, guys. Moving on to the sound, what I want to focus on here, guys, is the voiceovers. This game has some of the best voiceovers I've heard in a long time. They take this subject matter, well, this game is focused a little bit more serious than the other two in the series. It does have some corny moments in it with some of the psychos, but the voiceovers are top notch in this. The main character in this game is handled by Andrew Lawrence, who some may know as the younger brother of Joey Lawrence, famous for starring in the show Blossom and all that more recent show Melissa and Joey that he's on. Andrew Lawrence is his younger brother, and in this game he is top notch. His voice acting is superb. He has emotion, he has intensity, and the way he delivers his lines, it's not cookie cutter. He really got into this game. He really got into doing a great job of perfecting his character in this game, and it shows in leaps and bounds. The gameplay. This game has revamped so many things that the other games, in my opinion, got wrong. In Dead Rising 1, you had one of the most unintuitive control schemes out there. Throwing an object was cumbersome, as was shooting a gun. It was cumbersome. I don't remember how they had improved it in Part 2, but I can say in Part 3 they got it right. Now, you want to shoot a gun, you hold in your left trigger to raise it up, you use your right trigger to shoot it. It works great. Same goes with throwing a weapon. You want to swing a weapon, you press X and Y. You want to throw that weapon at them, hold in the left trigger and press the right trigger, and you will chuck that weapon at a zombie. They've got that squared away to where the controls are intuitive, they flow well, you can figure out what you're trying to do. You're not trying to remember this awkward combination of button presses. It just works well. Also, some other improvements that they have made to this game over the other ones. In Dead Rising 2, for those of you who have played it, you remember having to find workbenches and gathering items to take to the workbench so that you can create these combo weapons. Well, guys, there's no workbench now. You are the workbench. You can create your weapons on the fly when you want to, where you want to, as long as you have the stuff to do it with. And there's stuff scattered everywhere. So you want to make a flaming sword, grab the stuff and make it right there. You do not have to go find a workbench. It takes the tedium out of running around, searching for something, and then having to haul your backside all the way across town to find another workbench. You don't have to do that here. Also, while we're on the same topic of combo weapons, now when you make a combo weapon, that combo weapon gets stashed in your safe house, in your locker. So every combo weapon that you make, you only need to make once, because you can then go back to your safe house, any of your safe houses, go to your locker and pick the combo weapon that you just made, and you can pick it up to a certain number of times. There's a certain number of times in there, and it does recharge over time so that you can pick your weapons again and again and again. But you no longer have to go find the parts. Once you've made it, just go to your safe house, go in there and pick the combo weapon you want, and you can pick it enough times that it's going to last you for a while. And then when it runs out, just go back to your safe house, go back to the locker, and get it again. And this goes for all the combo weapons. Like the really awesome one you're seeing on screen right now, which is the Electric Smasher, I think is what it is. It's a sledgehammer and a battery combo put together. And this is my favorite combo weapon in the whole game. And as you can see, when I hit an enemy, it electrifies them and sends the shock going from one zombie to the next. Guys, this is the weapon you want to use as much as possible in a large crowd of zombies, because you will level up fast. As you can see on the screen, the red numbers, that's my XP. Oh, there I went, leveled up to 44. And then you gain attribute points, which you can then use to level up the skills that you have, so that you can either run faster, have more inventory slots, have more health. As you can see here, I'm leveling up. I've been playing this game for a while, so you can see I've pretty much leveled up just about everything. And many of the things that you get are worthwhile. Many of them aren't. So there's a negative right there. So combo weapons, this particular one in general, try to get that Electric Smasher or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called, because that'll be a great way for you to level up quickly. And like I said, guys, just go to your safe house, pick it up, bring it back, and use it. Run out, go get you another one. Combo vehicles. Vehicles I know have been a part of the series, but not like this. As you can see here, I am flying down the street on a vehicle that I made out of a paver and a motorcycle. And this combo weapon here has flamethrowers and a massive rolling wheel on the front that you can just plow over zombies with or set on fire. And there are numerous other combo vehicles that you can make, guys. You find blueprints for them, then usually the vehicles are right there. So you pick them up, you make them, and they will be stored in a garage so that you can then go to the garage and get your vehicle and not have to worry about trying to find these vehicles again, because you can go out, go to a garage, pick up any vehicle, combo vehicle you've put together. It is a great feature that has been added to this game, and it adds to the fun of the game. Another thing I'd like to comment on that's been added to this game is the AI controlled survivors. The survivors have been in the other games, and they've always been something that you could haul around, but in this one you can actually give them some of your combo weapons, which is really neat, because those combo weapons, once given to a survivor, don't deteriorate, and they don't run out of ammo if it's a projectile weapon. Now you can't give them all combo weapons, but you can give them some pretty good ones. Like I remember giving one a flaming sword, and it was neat. It really helped out, and they were just decimating the zombies right along with me. So that has definitely been another added feature to the game that I've enjoyed, is the AI controlled survivors. But if you don't want the AI controlled survivors, just go back to your safe house, go to your little bulletin board that talks about the survivors, and it'll give you a list of all the survivors you have. You can tell the ones that you currently have to stay behind, and you can pick other survivors. Each survivor has different stats. If you don't want a survivor at all to go along with you, just tell them that you don't want a survivor. Just click off all of them, and then you'll be done. Other things this game has that just adds to the replayability is collectibles and all the blueprints. Collectible wise, there are many Frank West statues around town that if you pick them up will give you a large amount of experience points. And also scattered around town are blueprints for weapons and for combo vehicles. And you're going to want to pick up these blueprints and these combo vehicles, because like I mentioned earlier, once you make a combo weapon, it goes to your safe house, stays in your inventory. And also with your vehicles, if you make a vehicle, it goes to a garage, and then you can go back to that garage and pick it and use it whenever you want to. So you're going to want to go and find these blueprints for these weapons and vehicles. This game also has many side quests, kind of like the way Otis used to give them to you in the first game. You'll get these little phone calls, and you just push up on your D-pad, and it'll tell you to go and check out this disturbance at the shopping mall or something like that. And you just go, and it gives you some side quests. And guys, I will tell you, a lot of these side quests are fetch quests, and they're boring. A lot of them are boring, but you don't have to do them. They're just optional. There's also a bunch of fun psychos in the game that you can go check out, just like in any of the other games that's had psychos in the past. This has them that are based off the 7 deadly sins, and so it's pretty cool. They're over the top, just like they always have been, and they're great. They're fun to go and check out. This game also has, let's see, what else are we missing here? Well, I think I pretty much covered everything this game has added new. But what I do want to tell you guys is that as a gamer, I have found this to be a welcome change of pace to the more complicated and over-the-top games that are out there now. When I say over-the-top, I mean in-depth. The very stat-oriented games that are out there. It was fun to play this game. It had some depth to it, but it wasn't so over-the-top that it was cumbersome. This game has so much fun that can be had from finding the combo weapons, finding the combo vehicles, and then just running around, creating mayhem after you've done some of the missions, then just running around, creating mayhem, seeing what you can do, finding different ways to destroy the zombies, just finding new ways to cause as much chaos and carnage and to level up as quickly as you can. And guys, this game is worth going and picking up. It's relatively inexpensive now. I got it at GameStop for like $18. It's been out for a couple years, but it's worth picking up. Just if all you want to do is run around and kill zombies, just get this game.